Hello again, YouTube. This is Zephyr here. I'm going to be talking a little bit about Soulframe. Soulframe is a game made by Digital Extremes, the creators of Warframe. I have played Warframe in the past, and I play it here and there when there's a major update, and it is a game that over time I have enjoyed. So I have been on the lookout for this game. I find the idea of this to be intriguing but confusing. And I'll explain that a little bit. So Soulframe is, as far as I can tell, not in any way, shape, or form actually related to Warframe. That is just its title. It is in very, very, very early alpha, and they've been handing out alpha keys to various people. I have recently gotten an alpha key and just played a couple hours of this game. I'm not going to be talking about anything too deep here, though. At this time, at least. Maybe in the future, I will do some other content related to this. Streaming the game itself is under NDA, so we can do a couple screenshots here and there, but nothing much more. So this is the website, soulframe.com, and you can see this character is surrounded by animals, and this game is very man versus technology, if you will, as a literary conflict. There is a group of people, or something, that is kind of corrupting the world. And then there's you embracing the world, embracing nature, and kind of returning some essence of peace. It has some I don't know, druidic kind of feeling to it in a lot of its imagery and its design. It's a very beautiful game. It's not your end of the world, best, most realistic graphics ever, but it is very stylistically similar to Warframe, but more focused on the nature side. So you can see on this character here, they've got some gold, they've got some blue, some white. Those are some colors that we commonly saw in Warframe on some different characters, some different models. But then we've got butterflies flying around and leaves falling and water just barely over off on the side here flowing. And it is a beautiful game for those factors. I'm just going to scroll down here. A lot of the game is kind of encrypted, if you will. It's very cryptic. It's a lot of poetry, a lot of fantasy naming structures. You can see up here even like the links up here are in a secondary text or language, and that is seen kind of all over their media. So, wash ashore on the northern Isle of Midrath, a new adventure begins. Omen beasts in Odin chain bellow in the morning. The voicing trees sag long tortured streams. The world flesh of Alka splits with rage. Who will find the silveren seas and awaken our ancestors? Who will learn the melodies of soul unbinding and break the gaunting spell song? Who will hold in their heart the wanderers, the wild, the world? You will, Envoy. So, this game is much more RPG than Warframe. I do believe it's going to end up being co-op and online and all that. But it definitely seems to have the essence more of an adventure, maybe a little more MMO feeling, but it's definitely something that feels interesting, different. It's not just Warframe with a new coat of paint. That's the best way I want to describe that. It's not just, and as the name implies, it is maybe a little bit inspired by Dark Souls, but I don't think that's really what they're going for with the actual title. I think it's more going for actually connecting with and waking nature and your ancestors and the gods and the beasts and things like that. You're awakening your own soul. You're awakening other souls. And so that is, I think, more the focus of the aesthetic, the storyline. So there is a video here for gameplay. You can sign up. They just, I believe, put out 10,000 new invites. There's some different videos over here. So that's this. This is a different video. This is the cinematic reveal. I'm not going to play that, but I will show some of these wallpapers. There's some pretty clean melee combat in this game. I've so far enjoyed that. You can see some of that in the videos. Some interesting artwork for this deer. So I can't just zoom in on that. I wish I could. But check it out. Keep updated. If it's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. As I said, I can't share too much detail right now. I think primarily they just don't want streams and a lot of that going on. But it's something I'll consider sharing more of in the future if people are interested in it. It's definitely it feels fun. It feels fun. It's pretty simple right now because it is alpha. Like, it is very limited right now. I don't even know if they have an idea of what year this is supposed to come out for. So this may be a 2025 game. This may be a 2026 game. So I just want to show off. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm going to play like 3/4 of this video. So you can see kind of some pollution going on there, some weird mechanical heads, a lot of nature here. There's some combat in there. This is not, like I said, it's not a reskin of Warframe. So it is the same engine, but it's not a reskin. So combat is a lot slower. You're not bullet jumping around, that kind of stuff. Combat is a lot slower. I won't say that it is Dark Souls slow, but it is definitely ARPG, over the shoulder, like Warframe and like Dark Souls, but it's not quite as committed or meticulous as a Dark Souls game. So I know that's going to throw people off just because of the name, maybe. I feel like the name is going to throw people off. It is not a Dark Souls game. I'm just going to keep repeating that. But it's definitely more committed than Warframe. You're not going to be jumping around. You're not going to be dashing through the air. You're going to be doing kind of heavy attacks and light attacks, and I think there's parries in there. Not actually sure on that, but I think there's parries in there. So some very more simplistic gameplay, less flashing lights and lasers and explosions and whatnot from the Warframe era. So yeah. So like and subscribe. I'm going to say that at the end of every video now if I can. And comment below if you're interested in seeing more content related to this as more information comes out. I'll probably be hitting more news and intro stuff as we're allowed to share stuff that is not public. So, hope you enjoyed.